Candidates were all over the West and Midwest this weekend, in fact. The next battles are just 2 days away, with contests in Colorado, Missouri, and Minnesota. So joining us right now from Washington, GOP strategist Ron Bonjean. Ron, good to see you.
Hey,
there you are. All right. So this victory must boost the confidence of Mitt Romney, but can he be too confident going into Tuesday's races?
Well, it sure does boost his confidence. You know, his momentum's growing after Florida, and now a strong finish in Nevada. And now he's playing in Colorado, in Missouri, and Minnesota, where it looks like he'll probably do very, very well in Colorado. He's leading in the polls substantially. And I think he'll play well in Missouri and Minnesota. You know, Newt Gingrich isn't even on the ballot in Missouri. So there is momentum that needs to keep going here, but I think Romney has it in his hand right now. All
right, let's talk a little bit more about Nevada and this real fight for second place. It was pretty close between Newt Gingrich and Ron Paul. In some circles, winning second place is almost as important as first place. How meaningful will this be for Newt Gingrich?
Well, I think, you know, in terms of coming in second place, especially in Nevada, Gingrich is, I think he's ruined his chances in Nevada and his national momentum because of his speech last night. I think it really hurt him to come across so negative. Instead of just offering, he had a concise, maybe couple of minutes on, you know, the future and ideas, and the rest of the time was extremely negative, extremely down, you know, accusing Mitt Romney of negative tactics and just being very pessimistic. And that really turns off voters. So I think he took a second-place finish and made it into a real sore loser issue, and especially he needs this momentum, especially going into other states like Colorado and Minnesota, and he's not even on the ballot in Missouri. He's going to be out. He's going to be without momentum, hoping to bring in southern states around Super Tuesday.
Okay, so he's not in the ballot in Missouri because he missed that deadline. In fact, we're going to talk to a reporter from St. Louis momentarily about that, among other things in Missouri. So might this be, in Newt Gingrich's case, just kind of shifting gears, similar to how we saw Mitt Romney shift gears after South Carolina? We saw a new Mitt Romney heading into Florida. Is this Newt Gingrich's way of saying, you know, I'm going to change my strategy, I'm not going to have a concession speech, I'm going to have a press conference, and I'm going to lay it all out there?
Man, I'll tell you, it's really tough to say what his strategy is, because going into the press conference, his people were saying that he was going to be positive, and he came out like a flamethrower. Going into, I think the positive momentum is in Rick Santorum's camp right now. I mean, he's playing very well in these other states. He looks like the happy warrior, and he could be turning out to be Mitt Romney's biggest threat. I think Newt Gingrich is taking himself off the table through his negative tactics.
All right. Now, these states coming up couldn't be more different. You know, what are the challenges for these candidates to try to prioritize their messages? Everyone, all of these states, you know, Missouri, Minnesota, Colorado, all talk about the economy being top on the list, but there are other things that appeal to the electorate. How do these candidates appeal to those voters?
Well, you have to be very careful with this. I think Newt Gingrich learned his lesson in Florida when he tried to appeal to the Space Coast residents in Florida, talking about putting a space colony on the moon, and that really backfired. I think what Romney's doing is very smart. He's not really diving into local issues. He's keeping a national message in the economy. Many of these states, just like Nevada, have extremely high unemployment, and as you mentioned, the economy is the #1 issue. So I think it's important for them to focus on it. Rick Santorum does emphasize social issues. That's been a part of his campaign. And in places like Colorado and in Missouri, that plays pretty well.
All right, Ron Bonjean, thanks so much. We're going to see you later on in this hour as well.
Thank you.
All right, the other three candidates, in their own words, on their next steps. But first, Jay Leno gets in on a little action.
Mitt Romney's campaign will start getting Secret Service protection this week. That's just to protect him from Newt Gingrich.
Who's searching for you? You can find out right now if someone is searching for you for free. Go to mylife.com, the internet's leading social site. Just type in your name and see if someone's searching for you right now for free. Go to mylife.com. Who's searching for you?
I'm Robert Shapiro. Over 1 million people have discovered how easy it is to use LegalZoom for important legal documents. So start your business, protect your family, launch your dreams. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
This is the